And by popular demand, we have a request to be talking more about wealth consciousness, prosperity as a way of living, as a way of thinking, as a way of opening yourself up to receive even more of the blessings and the riches that are here for us. And it really does start with our mindset. So for all of you who are with us, and yay, we got lots of you with us today. So I know this is a very popular subject. And I actually created a worksheet that you can go along with for today's webinar. This is a full-blown presentation, and it's a PowerPoint presentation that I've presented all over the country. And once again, by popular demand, it is back, and I'm so excited to be sharing this information with you today. So if you go into the chat box, if you haven't already downloaded the worksheet, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, and I'll just keep chatting and welcoming everyone to today's webinar. But this worksheet is going to help you to go along with all of the information, because I'm going to be sharing a lot with you today. And as always, I also offer a free break-free session, a one-on-one conversation with anyone who's really at that crossroads and you're really ready to get some clarity on the next phase of your life. And it's absolutely time for you to let that be the best phase of your life. And with opening up our consciousness every week and having a greater sense of ourself and what we're capable, which is everything. I mean, you are so amazingly infinite. And really, one of my mentors and coaches she's still one of my mentors and coaches, because I listen to her webinars all the time. But I studied with her privately for the first 5 years that I was really getting into this work, and that's Mary Morrissey. And I just love her and so grateful for all of her wisdom each and every day, because I am doing this work because of her influence, her direction, her guidance, and because she was such an influence in my life, it was a choice to move into this as the next career for my way of really being of greatest service to the world, to humanity, and to one conscious, amazing person at a time. So she would say, we're really only performing as little pygmy versions of ourselves. And that's not how we want to really think of ourselves, but really, we're so infinitely capable of so much more. So as we reframe some of the ways that we're thinking about ourselves and thinking about our connection with this infinite universe, it's our mindset that is the first thing that we need to shift, and then that drops down into our heart set. So I want to welcome you all, and just taking a moment to put your hand on your heart in gratitude for this time together. You've carved out this time for you. This is all about you, your life, your journey, your heart, your desires, how it is that you can open yourself up to receive more and to give more and to be more and to do more. So it is my great honor and pleasure, and I know that this time together is a divine appointment with Spirit. So capturing all of the treasures that are here for you. So opening up your treasure box called your mind and your heart, and grab a pen and a paper and let's get started. So my name is Janet Grace Nelson, for those of you who are new to this program. And you're welcome, Denise. I'm grateful that you're here again. Yay! And I am a transformational life coach, and I really love helping amazing, conscious people take their life to the next level with greater clarity, greater confidence, greater courage, greater commitment to this precious thing called your life. So this series is called Love Your Life Now. And today we're going to be focusing on designing a wealthy mindset and living fearlessly. This was the subtitle, Living Fearlessly in a Complicated World. You know, we're so distracted all the time, things bombarding us. You have to do this, your to-do list is so long, and what's got your attention? So we want to start with raising your attention level to knowing that you are a wealthy, magnificent, infinite, abundant being here to express and to deliver your unique gifts and talents to the world and make a difference. So let's get started. So really how the mind works, I'm going to be giving you a whole big shebang. And if you have any questions or you want some deeper understanding of some concept that I'm sharing with you today, please don't hesitate to put it in the chat box. And it seems to be a good way for us to stay connected. Like I said, this is for you and about you. And, you know, if there's something that you want to have a greater sense of understanding of, just please let me know. So really we have our thinking mind, which is our conscious mind, and we have our feeling mind, which is our subconscious mind. And it's really the subconscious mind that is the driver. And the subconscious mind is made up of all of the things that were ever said to you, ever experienced by you. There's no filter in the subconscious mind. It accepts everything. And then the conscious mind is what filters certain things, but the subconscious mind is what is the reactor to how it is that you choose the things that you are participating in and the things that you believe about yourself. Well-meaning parents, well-meaning teachers might have said, you know, that's not the path for you. You're not smart enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not good enough. And even though there's well-meaning possibly behind those comments, we take those to heart. And it could be that, you know, I had a client once that said, you know, she really wanted to become a lawyer. And she had taken these pre-law classes and she was doing well, but she kept hearing this voice of her father saying, you're not smart enough to do that. Who's going to hire you? And she ultimately, that voice won out. And she's living a very productive, happy life, but, and she's actually another life coach. She's a business coach and she's brilliant. But there was that voice inside of her head that actually drove the train and said, you know, really, who am I to believe that I'm smart enough? So we don't know what's in our subconscious mind until it comes to the surface. And when it comes to the surface, then we can challenge it. So, and our self-talk is also in our subconscious mind. You might have that pattern. These are patterns that we're talking about. You might have a pattern of comparing yourself. Maybe comparing yourself to the anorexic models on the cover of Vogue magazine. And because she's rail thin and had so much, not only probably plastic surgery, but the Photoshop, where they shift and maneuver all the things to make her look like this image of perfection. And you have this pattern of comparing yourself to those women. And there's that repetition that runs through your own self-talk. It says, I'm not pretty enough. and it's sabotage. It's the saboteur inside of us. So we want to shift our self-talk to I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm intelligent, I'm funny, I'm smart. We want to catch those things, and we want to repeat the things that we believe about ourselves, and we want to keep upping the ante of what we say to ourselves about ourselves. This is some of the deep work that I do as a spiritual life coach. And it really is, life is about us accepting and acknowledging our true magnificence. We are divine children of God, the creator, life, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to label it. And we are here to deliver our unique gifts and talents to make a difference in the world. So as we up the ante of what we believe about ourselves, we can show up even more every single day. So that's really why this is so important for you to become aware of what your self-talk is. Who's driving the train? If you think to yourself, I don't have enough, I don't have enough money, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, it holds you back from you being able to be all that you are here to be. And so as we're designing this wealthy mindset, we're shifting the lower vibration thoughts to higher vibration thoughts so that we can feel better about ourselves and move forward with a greater sense of confidence. So I hope that makes sense. And if there's anything additionally that you want greater clarity of, just please put that in the chat box for me, because I'm here to be of service to you. So you want, when what happens is our thinking mind and our feeling mind are what is creating the body of our life's experience, or the physical form of our life's experience, called our results. So if the results in your life are not a 10, are not exactly what you want them to be, in the area of your financial freedom, in the area of your health and well-being, in the area of your loving, supportive, compassionate, giving relationships, in the area of your creative expression, otherwise known as your work in the world, then we get to step backwards and say, what do I believe? What am I thinking about that area of my life that's actually creating my results? So we're going to shift some things today. So I really want you to, even if you have not downloaded this piece of paper, this worksheet that's really defining the word design, and we're going to break it down into DESIGN, because acronyms are very powerful teaching tools. And so if the results in your life that you're experiencing are not what you truly want, then let's go back into your thoughts and your thinking, and let's shift those. And let's use this acronym to really help you. So our thinking mind is also made up of our consciousness. So we're in a third dimensional life experience. We all have a physical body. We all can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And we can use all of those senses to actually imagine or design something that we would truly love. Like when I imagined my work in the world and what was going to be the next phase of my life, I imagined having a beautiful home office that overlooked the mountains. And yesterday, when I actually had a client here in the office, we heard the eagle soaring outside of the window. And then we looked up and saw it. And I imagined this first. I could smell the fresh pine. I could see the beautiful mountains and the blue sky. I could hear the birds chirping. I could touch this beautiful mahogany desk that I'm sitting behind right now. And it was first in my creative thinking mind and using the power of the mind of the imagination to create an image first before it actually became my reality. So this is the power that you wield in your magnificent mind. And as you are designing a life you truly love, use these five senses to paint the images, paint the pictures of the beautiful, loving relationships that you're engaged in, of the space called your creative environment. I have fresh flowers around me because I love flowers. I love to have plant life around me. So designing our environment that makes us happy, that makes us joyful, that makes us feel a sense of aliveness. This is your thinking mind. And when it drops down into your feeling mind, it feels awesome. And it allows you to keep that vibration even higher because you can continue to say, I love my life. And as you keep saying, I love my life, more good things will show up. This is how you create a wealthy mindset. This wealth is not just about money. It's about what we believe about ourselves. It's about what we believe we deserve. So shifting the things like um, I grew up in a family with 5 children, and um, we grew up in the Midwest, and we were, what you would consider a middle class family. We always had enough, but there was these sayings that I remembered my parents saying: "Don't take too much. Won't be enough for everyone," or "We can't afford this. We only have enough to take care of what's on our plate for this month." So those are limiting, even though I understand where they came from. Those are limiting statements. So you want to look at some of the statements that your well-meaning parents shared with you, that you remember when you were growing up hearing. Because the truth is, there's more than enough of everything, always. And when you start raising the vibration of your mindset to say there's always more than enough, then more than enough is what's going to show up for you. So I'll go into that even deeper. So as we keep going, we're going to continue to understand the mindset, what's really going on. Because the feeling mind, or what we believe is our truth, is actually driving 85% of your life. And your thinking mind, or the intellect, is only 15%. But our decisions to move forward, our decisions to stay where we are actually made from our feelings, from our response to our feelings. And our feelings, once again, come from old patterns of people's well-meaning beliefs that are still stuck in your subconscious mind. So I'm going to use another example. My 10 years ago, when I was at a crossroads in my life, do I stay in this marriage that really felt complete, both my former husband and I both felt a sense of we were complete. And yet my family history belief was till death do you part. So I really had to bring that up to the surface of my own mind and my own heart and say, is that what I believe for myself? And excuse me. And what I truly believed was that it was the death of the relationship that we had enjoyed and experienced for 22 years that was complete. And so I had to come to a new understanding for myself that allowed me to set myself free and then explain my belief to my family, to my parents, and to ask for their blessing in my decision to move forward in my life. So we have to challenge some of those beliefs. Are they yours, or are they from your family of origin? Are they from your history, from your ancestors? We have to challenge them and step up and create a whole new set of beliefs that feel more in alignment with your truth. I have a program, a 90-day program that I call Set Yourself Free. And it's 7 keys to unlock your hidden potential, to radiate your greatness. And actually, I'm going to be doing a 7-week group program starting September 10th. So if you'd like more information, there'll be more information on my website about that. And it's taking this information into a really individualized and specific area of your life and really setting yourself free. And once again, if I had not challenged my family belief system, I would still be in that marriage, and I would not be doing this work in the world. I know that. And so it's really about you stepping up for you. It's you setting yourself free from limiting beliefs and limiting patterns of understanding that you have outgrown, and or it's not really serving you in order to have you move forward in your life and design a life that you truly love. So the D stands for decide. Decide. Wealth is a decision. Decide to be wealthy. Decide you are wealthy. Because here's the truth. If you're living in the United States and you have a roof over your head and you have food in your refrigerator, you are wealthier than more than 70% of the entire population of the universe, of the world. You're wealthy. You are wealthier wealthier than you believe you are in this moment. Because we have a tendency to not look at ourselves in that way. We look at what we don't have or their dollar amount in our checkbook and say, I don't have enough. When you start shifting your mindset and say, look at all the wealth that I have. Look at all that I have. Gratitude is a huge, huge spiritual practice that really assists you in recognizing and remembering how truly wealthy you truly are. And wealth is a decision. Decide today. I am wealthy. Because whatever we say after I am is your truth. I am poor. I am stuck. I'm unhappy. I'm frustrated. I am. Whatever it is after your I am. So write down on your piece of paper, I am wealthy. I am wealthy. How is it that you can take that little statement and start looking around at all the things that are absolutely going to support that statement of truth that you are wealthy? You have a beautiful home. You have work You have work that is supporting you. Maybe you're actually in a position right now where you're looking for to expand out of your current work in the world. But for you right now, you have work that is paying the bills, that is supporting you. So looking at all the areas of life that you're wealthy. You have wonderful friends. You have a beautiful family. You have beautiful clothes to put on your body. You're healthy. You're vibrant. You're taking good care of yourself. You're here right now learning some more tools that can assist you in moving forward in your life. So you have so much more than you currently know. So, what vision do you hold for yourself? So, when we decide that we are wealthy, that we are abundant, that we are prosperous, then all sorts of things begin to show up for you that support that decision, that choice that you've just made to say, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am vibrant, I am grateful, I am alive. I had a near death motorcycle accident 35 years ago. And this is a picture of me with my family, some of my family, my one brother and one sister, my parents. This is in 1980. This is a picture of me on my 21st birthday. I had broken over 100 bones in my body. And they literally, I had, my whole entire face was crushed. I flew 60 feet off the back of a motorcycle after we hit a big pothole in the road, and I tumbled and broke my back in several places, and then flew forward, and my lung was collapsed, and I crushed my entire face. And they literally put my face together from a photograph because there was really no way for them to tell where to even begin. And I remembered my first waking thought, and my whole family was around me at hospital. And my first waking thought was, thank you, God, for this precious gift of life. Thank you is really the greatest and the only prayer we ever really need to know. Thank you. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the love that surrounds us. Thank you for this beautiful work in the world that we all get to participate in. Thank you for all the friends, family that we're sharing this journey with. So our situations and our circumstances do not determine our results. Our thinking does. When the doctors told me, after being there for 3 months and them literally putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, they actually told me 3 things. They said, you'll never walk again. You'll never have children. And we did the best we could, putting your face back together. Only time will tell. And that was their belief. That came from their belief. And MD, whereas I am so absolutely grateful for everything that they did. What I truly have come to understand is that MD stands for minor deity. The major deity is the voice of your own heart, of what it is that you believe. When they told me those things, there was something in me that it was like a roadblock. I did not believe that that was my life. I was just shy of 21 years old. I was always active. In fact, I had just gotten back from a 3-mile run. And I always wanted family. I always wanted children. And I was in fashion design. That's what I was studying in college. That's where my bachelor's degree is, in fashion design. And there was something in me that said, that's not my life. And I believed that I was going to walk again. I had no idea how. So your work also is to get crystal clear on your why, is your purpose to make a difference in the world, doing what you love, utilizing your uniqueness and talents, and your what, describing the vision using your five senses. And I go deep into this in my group programs and in my private programs. And once again, if you're ready to really have even a conversation, one-on-one conversation, I offer free break-free sessions on my website. Just go on to janetgracenelson.com, put in your name and your email address, and the calendar will pop up, and you get to just plug in a time that works for you. And this is 30 minutes, one-on-one, just you and I, talking about where you are, where you see yourself going, and what's possibly holding you back. And this is my greatest honor and pleasure, is to help you, take you through that gap to live a life you truly love. And I want to say I'm so grateful for the vision that I continue to hold for my life, because it allowed me to really know that there was infinite possibilities for me. Wealthy in health, relationships, financial freedom, and a career that I truly love. This is a picture of my two amazing, extraordinary children. Stephanie just turned 31, and my son will be 30 in October. And they are the great joys of my life. And I know that because I believed that it was possible for me to heal completely and to be open and available to really believe that I could carry a child, which is why these two amazing children came into the world. If I had rested and believed what the doctors told me as my truth, I would be in a wheelchair today, and I would not have my beautiful children, and I would not be living this vibrant, healthy, extraordinarily wealthy life. And that's available for all of us. It's about shifting your belief systems, shifting that. What are you wealthy in? This is a picture of my crazy parents on their 50th wedding anniversary, and all of my sisters and brother-in-laws and nieces and nephews, and my two beautiful children. And it really is about living the life you truly love and making a decision. D is about deciding. What are you deciding is next for you? And using our mental gifts, our intuition, our imagination, which is what I described earlier, and we use our five senses, creating the images that we would love. I saw myself walking before I physically was able to walk again. I saw myself having an amazing family life and feeling vibrantly healthy. We get to use our five senses to create the images that ultimately become our life. And we want to use them in the forward positive momentum in our life. Most people use their imagination backwards, and they think about all the things that are not going right in their life, and they're thinking about what they don't have, and they're thinking about their lack and their limitation and their scarcity. But not you. This is your opportunity to really raise the bar, shift your mindset to wealthy beyond measure in all the areas of your life. And our perception, what do you perceive as your own reality? Shifting your perception actually shifts your reality. Seeing yourself in those amazing scenes and scenarios that you are painting with your five senses, with your imagination, your reason. We all have the ability to use that left side of our brain, our reasoning mind, to assist us when it's necessary. These are all mental faculties of the mind that we're all born with. Our will, our persistence. This is how we get to be really strong in our decision making. We're making that decision, and we're using our will and our determination and our persistence to move forward. And I go deep into these, into my programs. But for right now, I'm introducing you to some new ways of acknowledging and recognizing these things that are going on in your mind all the time. And when you can use them in service of your dreams and desires becoming your reality, that's when you're really in the driver's seat of your own life. That's when you are truly designing your wealthy life. And your memory. We can use we can use our memory and look backwards, or we can use our future memory and move forward. And the future memory is what it is that you are seeing for yourself in your mind's eye, for what it is that you would love to imagine and love to see for yourself as your life moving forward. 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, step into that future memory. And we have a blast playing with this in my programs. So as we're moving forward, and once again, let's see if I can move this. Your intuition is your ability to recognize your inner nudges. It was that inner nudge in me that said, that's not my life. My life looks differently from this perspective. Use your inner nudges as guidance for your more. What more do you want in your life? Do you want more joy, more peace, more abundance, more fulfillment? It allows you to expand. So as you're going through your worksheet, and we're looking at all the different ways that you can expand, moving from limited thoughts to more empowering thoughts. And we know which ones are the limiting ones. Those are the ones that make you feel really constricted and really small. And it just doesn't feel good. And you feel this sense of like real constriction in your body. And your body is a great barometer. It's your navigator, your feeling mind. It's also part of your nervous system. So when you're thinking thoughts that show up, that you just feel that sense of constriction, that's not an expanded thought. That's not opening up your mindset to more empowering thoughts. Expand. Expand your current reality into something you would truly love. What's next for you? What would more of a good thing? What would more of a good thing look like for you? More loving relationships, more fulfilling work in the world, more opportunities to travel, to experience life, to have a deeper understanding of yourself and what's possible for you as you're moving forward in your life. And maybe you're really at a crossroads right now. I'm here to help you in whatever way I can. So once again, if a break-free session, if you're really at that place in your life where you're just like, oh, I know there's something more, but I don't know how to move forward, please, let's have a conversation, a one-on-one conversation. So once again, our limiting thoughts are the ones that are keeping us stuck. And And they're the ones that are stuck in your subconscious mind. They're either inherited from your ancestors, your parents, inherited beliefs, passed on beliefs, family history, culture, even what your culture believes is possible for you, what the media or the mass consciousness believes is possible. Those are those are things that are keeping you stuck. You want to bust through the glass ceiling of really empowering yourself to design a life you truly love. Empowering thoughts, the ones that are moving us forward. Up leveling your set point. If this is your set point right now, currently, you're only allowing this much good into your life. Your Gay Hendricks has a beautiful, amazing book called um, uh, Leap. And as you are recognizing your set point, you want to break through the glass ceiling and you want to recognize that you have the power to increase your level of what you are willing to accept and receive for yourself. Increase your sense of believing, increase your sense of deserving. Because as a child of God, a child of life, a child of the Creator, which we all are, you deserve it all. You deserve everything and anything that you can allow yourself to believe is possible for you. So you want to keep upping your belief system. You want to keep expanding. And the next um, uh, genius, the next part of the mind that also is the one that you want to shift is your perception. If you change your point of view, your whole life will change. How do you see yourself? I love this picture, this little kitty seeing himself as a lion. How do you see yourself? S is stretch. Let's stretch ourselves. What do you believe is possible for your wealthy life? What do you believe is possible? Do you believe you're capable of doing meaningful work and receiving extraordinary abundance for what it is that the gifts and talents that you are bringing to the world? What do you believe is possible for yourself? And like I said, we go deeply into this in my Set Yourself Free Now programs, because these are the areas that you want to see where you are and you want to absolutely take the ceiling off and stretch yourself. Bob Proctor was my first mastermind teacher, and he would say, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. So where are you not living on the edge and stretching yourself beyond your current reality and keeping yourself stuck or stagnant? And if your current dream or desire doesn't scare you a little, it's not big enough. You want to be able to stretch yourself. Because if it doesn't scare you a little, you're probably already doing it, which it really isn't allowing you to expand, which was really what E stood for, expanding beyond your current situations and circumstances in your life. So stretching beyond. And what do you believe is possible for your wealthy life in all the areas? Your relationships. What would you love? Designing a life you love. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. I love that. And Henry David Thoreau wrote that. What would you love? That is the most powerful question you can entertain at any moment. What would you love? What would you love in the area of your relationships? What would you love in the area of your health and well-being? What does vibrant health look like and feel like and taste like and touch like and smell like for you? Maybe it's climbing a mountain. I know I had a dream and a desire to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, and we did that in 2005, and it was extraordinary, and it was something beyond anything I'd ever done before. I stretched myself. I've been working on these principles and these concepts since I was 20 years old. I've been working in this personal growth and development area and arena for 35 plus years. And I want to tell you, it is a great way to live, to continue to expand and to grow and to stretch yourself beyond what you are currently experiencing. Because we really all have this life, our birthday and our death day, and the dash in between is what we design, what we decide. What are you deciding for this life? You can imagine anything. And as you stretch yourself, and as your spiritual life coach, I hold your hand and your heart every single step up the mountain, whatever that mountain is for you. And maybe it's Kilimanjaro, and maybe it's you're ready to write your book, and maybe it's you're ready to take on the work that is meaningful and fulfilling, and you just really want to expand into a new line of work that feels so amazing to you. And you get up every morning and you're just like, yes, I love my life. I love my life. You want to say that every single day. And as you keep this question front and center, what would you love? You will allow yourself to really ignite the spark inside of you that allows your imagination to expand. And that's what I stands for in design, imagination. We all think in pictures. So what picture are you painting for your life? What images are you expanding into that scare you a little? Let them scare you a little. And as you continue to stretch yourself and use this beautiful faculty of the mind called your imagination, you're allowing yourself to paint new images and entertain new ideas. So as you think in pictures and create these powerful images of success for yourself, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? I had a client that when she first came to me about 3 years ago, she's a very, very successful engineering firm in Laguna Beach, California. And she has a wonderful family, and she just kept feeling like there's just something missing. I don't know what it is. And so we just kept talking about, what can you imagine? She was kind of entertaining, like, if I'm gonna retire in 5 years, what would that feel like? What would that look like? And she wanted to set something else up and didn't really know even how to even begin looking at her life in a different way. And so we tapped into her imagination, and we tapped into her the things that she would love. She loved gardening. She grew up in the Midwest, loved being on the farm, and really just started thinking about what legacy could she leave behind for her family. Excuse me, I'm going to need a sip of my tea. So we kept entertaining new ideas. And I kept saying, what would you love? She said, I'd love to leave something behind. That but I'd love to be able to work on it, to work with my family, to really play in this arena. So the idea of starting a truffle farm and and using some of her land to really create a legacy. And now, 2.5 years later, her legacy is in full bloom. And it's just an extraordinary, if you want to see Anne's story, go into my website and under the testimonials, and gave me a video testimonial of herself on her tractor, working the farm, working the truffle farm, and knowing that as this idea that was bubbled up from that one question, what would you love? She started painting pictures. Well, let's see. It would look like, and it would smell like, and it would taste like. And I could hear the tractor rumbling, and I could see myself on the tractor with my hard hat on. And she kept entertaining new ideas and entertaining new ideas. And now it's her reality. So what is your next reality that you're willing to tap into your imagination and create some images of a life that you would truly love to live? What would that look like? What would that look like for you? I love this quote by Edison. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. And we want to use our imagination in the forward momentum, in service of our dreams and desires, not in the detriment. And problems occur when people use their imagination backwards. And a simple example of that is if you're a parent and your 15-year-old daughter has not arrived home yet, and it's 1:30 in the morning, where does your imagination take you? We want to use our imagination to paint the images of what we do want and keep open the field of infinite possibilities. Seeing her home safe, seeing maybe that they got a flat tire, seeing the imagination at work in painting the pictures of what we do want. And let the energy of love and expansion create a life you truly love living. So as you are thinking in pictures, put some images of your work in the world. Start using your imagination in service of how it is that you are growing your new life. G stands for grow. Generate ideas of more. Plant the seeds of possibilities first in your mind. Then they drop down into your heart. Ooh, yes, that feels good. I would love that. I would love that. It scares me. So you want to be able to look at the different places, the different areas of your life that you can grow and expand. Generate ideas for more financial freedom, more fun, more fulfillment. That maybe that idea of selling an online product, or writing that book, or I don't know what it is for you. Maybe starting a legacy, creating a product that you're going to literally put the seed in the ground and grow. I don't know what it is for you, but I'm here for you. So if you want to, once again, have a one-on-one conversation, And it is absolutely my greatest honor and pleasure to take you through a break free session. And it's typically about 30 minutes long, and it's focused all on you, where you are, where you want to go, and what's going on in the middle. What's holding you back? What maybe tools or programs or support could really assist you in calling forth that as your new reality? All of my clients, whether they're going through a 90-day program, and before they even get to the completion of that program, they all have said to me, I don't even recognize my former life. I don't recognize my former way of thinking because it's not even a part of my life anymore. And if you're ready for that, I'm here for you. It's time for you to grow in your ability to know what you can generate now. Not next week, not next month, not next year. Now. This is not a dress rehearsal. You are designing a life that you would love to live. You're designing a life anyway. We get together 1 year from now, August 26, 2016, each one of us would have designed another year of life. You don't want to be still grappling with the same situations and circumstances that are not allowing you to grow and to move forward and live a life you truly love. You are designing a life. Let's design it on purpose. Let's design a life you truly love. This is your reasoning mind will hold you back and keep you stuck and stagnant. But what you would love is your feeling mind. That's the one that's here to support you in moving forward, here to support you to create and design a life you truly love. I know that I loved my children into existence. I believed that I was going to be a mother. What are you believing? What are you letting your feeling heart open you up to more in your life? The other faculty of the mind is your will, your determination. Focus. Stay focused on what it is you would truly love. That's what I do as a transformational life coach. I help you stay focused on what you are creating, what you are doing. Focus on your dream to the exclusion of all distractions. We have so many distractions every day, all day long. And they can hold us back. They can push us back to the couch to where it's really comfortable, but there's no growth there. There's no expansion. There's no real deep love and stretching yourself, staying focused on your dream. And the N stands for now. Not next week, not next month, not next year, now. Design the life you truly love now. And I love this quote by Benjamin Franklin. If a man empties his purse into his head, no one can take it from him. An investment in your knowledge always pays the highest return. What I have invested in my expanded understanding of how the world works and how I can keep my mind focused on what I would love has really changed the whole trajectory of my life. And I know that in studying with the top personal growth and development leaders of our time, Mary Morrissey, Bob Proctor, Reverend Michael Beckwith, Terry Cole Whitaker, I'm now proud to say I've shared the stage with each and every one of them, and I'm so honored to call them all my friends. And first and foremost, they are my mentors and my teachers. And I have been studying closely with them for the last 10 years. And I am so grateful for their knowledge, for their wisdom, for their understanding. And as I open up the portal of possibilities and the portal of you tapping into your potential for your life. This is really what is really opening up a whole new way of living. And you want to stay in. I want to make sure you can still hear me. Thank you, Denise, for letting me know that there's technical difficulties. Can you still hear me? I can see myself on the screen, but I want to make sure that you can hear my voice. So as you are moving forward in your life, say yes to you, say yes to your bigger life. And once again, if you gained value from today's webinar, please don't keep me a secret. Put a love message on the Facebook page. Share this, this webinar next month, which is September, my birthday month. Woo-hoo! We're actually going to change the time to 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And there'll be some information on the webinar, Love Your Life Now Facebook page. But I just wanted to just remind you. So we're going to do that for the month of September and see if that's opening it up for more people to join us on this journey. And for now, I wish you magnificent, magnificent life, a magnificent day, a magnificent week. And I'm here to be a loving service to you in any way that I can. So once again, my break-free sessions are on my homepage, janetgracenelson.com. And it's been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. Namaste. Peace and love and blessings to each and every one of you. Bye for now.